really excited about it. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Heather Cook. I'm a mom of 2 amazing boys, and I live in Dover, New Hampshire. I was introduced to Juice Plus through Talia Wally because our children have a mutual, I guess, they both have type 1 diabetes. Our 2 children have diabetes. And so I decided to start Juice Plus. And Michelle will laugh, but I was definitely not working the business. I was just going to get the discount because I needed to get it into my son's body and see how it worked. And the benefits have been amazing. He went from 20 days out of school to none for illness. So he's been doing amazing on it. And our whole family is now on 1 or 2 shakes a day and all the products. We have a Tower Garden. We absolutely love it. We eat, breathe, sleep, Juice Plus. All of us enjoy it very, very much. And actually, the reason why my team name is Team Hope is because we hope for a cure for my son. I have a hope tattoo on my foot, and it just kind of fit. So that's why we're called Team Hope. I wanted to, I've got a few of my team members on. It's a kind of a tough time. We usually do our calls at 9 o'clock on Tuesdays, but a couple of them are on. So I'm just going to kind of give a brief rundown of what we do together as a team and kind of how I started off and my background. And then I'm going to have, you guys are going to hear, I figured it'd be best if you heard from all of my team members about what motivates them and helps them every day. So Stacy and Mary will speak in just a minute. First of all, I wanted to say that you guys have heard this on the calls before, but overall, I truly, after feeling the benefits of Juice Plus, I truly wake up every single day, and this may sound corny, but it is. I wake up every day with a passion to help my team, and I want to help people by sharing Juice Plus with them. And that is something I focus on every day. I'm not that crazy Juice Plus lady running down the street, hunting people down to sell it. I really, truly listen to people, and I want to see if it fits for them. I am so excited to see everyone on my team reach new levels and help more families. It gives me so much pride to see them succeed more than my own self. I love watching them do that. I try not to sweat the small stuff and worry about the no's. I feel like I always ask Allison to remind me, it's discipline the disappointments. But I truly believe that I really adhered to that in the beginning, because there's always somebody that's ready and willing to learn or to be helped by Juice Plus. And if someone's not ready to do the business, well, you just never know when they're going to turn around and be ready to do it. And you never know. I mean, it took me 11 months to get my best friend on the product, and it was just from her seeing my posts and seeing what my family was doing. So you just don't sweat that stuff. When it's their time, it's their time. Always someone ready, and there's always someone else. So you just keep moving on, share the story, and then go to the next person. Very early on, I think I shocked Talia, but very early on, I was committed to conference and trainings. I feel like this business ebbs and flows a lot. We always say that a lot, but I truly believe that you go in any type of sales that's cyclical. You've got your ride in the highs, and it's really high and it's really great. And then you can drop down into the lows and get really bummed out about the business or about the products, or, oh, the products must not be working. And then all of a sudden you get this really great story and it's, oh, it really does work, and it does, but sometimes you need that reminder. So I think that plugging yourself consistently into the bigger picture, and I like to say, we used to say when I was in corporate America, drink the Kool-Aid. You can't just work from home. You got to go in and drink the Kool-Aid and plug yourself into the team. And the conferences and the big trainings do that. The conferences, I started in July, I went in October. And I almost didn't go in Phoenix. And I literally drove my husband crazy to the point where he said, if you don't get off that plane and book the one for St. Louis now, I'm not going to make it through the 6 months, because you need to just be there. So I book one. I'm already looking for flights for Anaheim. And I'm trying to, and if you can't get to conference, plug into the bigger stuff. The boot camp was amazing. Regionals are amazing. Any time that you can plug into that bigger training to drink that Juice Plus Kool-Aid and to really get yourself connected with sideline buddies and learn more from other people, you get your own third-party validation. So that was something that was important to me from the very beginning. The other thing that is important is that actually all of my current distributors signed on just to get a discount on their product. I don't believe one of them signed on to work the business, not one. They all signed on to just get the discount. They all said they didn't have time for the business and that they absolutely could not sell, that was not in their blood and they were not going to sell Juice Plus. And I said, okay, you don't have to. No problem. No pressure from me, but at least you're going to get a discount on this amazing product for your family. But with gentle prodding and guiding, those that caught the mission soared and continue to soar. And those that didn't are getting one heck of a discount on an amazing product. And they're loving it because they're getting that discount. Because a lot of people, it comes down to, what's the coupon? How can I save? What can I do to make it cheaper for my family? So that's the way I get most of my distributors to sign on, is I say, hey, why don't you, it makes sense for you. You're buying 2 trios and 2 child studies and you're doing complete. It would make sense for you. You'd be leaving money on the table if you didn't sign up to be a distributor. And it's too much to go into tonight on the workings of my mind with math, but I can definitely share with anyone that's interested on how to do that. But I meet every single distributor and customer where they're at, and I am a no pressure type of person. It's, what your goals are is where I meet you. You dance a step to me, I dance a step to you. And, I'll reach out every once in a while and touch base with them. But Stacy's a perfect example of that. She was almost 6 weeks in, and she caught the vision, and within 7 days she was VF, from distributor to VF, because she didn't get pressure, and all of a sudden it kind of started clicking. So that's one thing. The other thing is that, for those of you that don't know, in my past life I was a telecommunications implementation engineer. So that might answer a lot of questions about why technology and systems and processes and efficiencies are really huge. And that's how my mind works. And I know it boggles some people, but I probably get a little crazy with systems. But I really, truly believe in simplifying everything and being as efficient as possible and being open to other people's suggestions. I followed one DMO, and then Stacy Whitmer was shared with us another DMO through Kelly. And I'm like, oh, that's genius. How can I fit this into my DMO to make it more efficient? So I'm always open to other people's ways of thinking, because we all have our own strengths and we all have our own weaknesses. And if we can plug in, there's probably this new person that just came on that, so what if I've been here 2 years and they've been here 1 month? They may have some really great idea to make it efficient. So I'm always open to that. And I'm always trying to streamline and run it by my team and say, hey, here's another way. This may work for you. It doesn't necessarily work for one person, but this DMO may work. So that's something that I love, is I love learning from other people. And I'm always scouring, or like Allison likes to say, stalking on Facebook, to see where I can learn something new to be better efficient for my team and to make this work, because life is just getting crazier. Some of the things one question that came to me from the leadership team was, we have a lot of great team cohesiveness and synergy, and what is the one thing that does that? And I don't think it is one thing. And I'll just briefly go over a couple of the things that I do in my team, like the inner workings of my team, to share what I think kind of helps with that. One was after fall conference of 2015, they had a big rollout in Nashville about One Simple Change page, and building a community with your customers, and having your customers dripped on every single day. And what better way to do that by start a community on Facebook, and how they did it. And then again in Dedham, I was able to better that because they scheduled posts every day, had a different theme, and every month, and now the company's behind it, and it's made it easier. So last November, almost a year ago, I created that page for my customers, and I gave out a prize every single month by myself with like 24 customers, but I made it happen and I kept doing it. And then I collaborated, kind of like the you build it, they'll come type of thought process. And I collaborated with some amazing sideline buddies in April, and now I think we're over 200 members now. And growing strong. And we're adding, God, I can't even tell you how many we've added in the past week. So we've done weekly, we're probably adding 5 to 10 customers a week between all of our teams and doing great. I created, with an effort of being the most efficient and reaching everyone at the same time, is I created a team Facebook group. And that is one way to share information and hit everybody, but it also enables them to search it. Oh, I know Heather shared something on this virtual office, or I know Heather shared something on this. They can go into the search column of the Facebook group and actually type in virtual office and get everything we've ever posted on virtual office. And I share some files there. And but that page is also not only for sharing of information back and forth, but we congratulate everybody with new orders. If they bring in new orders, it's like, woo, pow, bam, boom, whatever. Congratulations, they've got more orders. So you're boosting, every time they get something, they're seeing that their leadership team is seeing that they did that effort, and you're congratulating them just with a simple post, way to go, or hat trick, you got 3 orders in one day, those types of things, just kind of having fun. It's also congratulating them on promotions or just anything big that they've done, that were, just a lot of accolades on the team, and then welcoming any new team members, sharing calls, events, everything like that is on that team page. Also, my team is spread from New Hampshire to Alaska. So I struggled very much in how am I going to help these people that I physically can't touch, even though I'd love to hug them every day because they're amazing. And so I started a weekly training on Zoom. So we meet every week on Tuesday at 9. And right now we're doing a series on the mission-driven model for 7 weeks. And that ends right before conference. And when we get back from conference, those that attended are going to share conference information and nuggets that they took away. But I try to do something new every week, and we connect and we talk, and after the training, people can drop or stay on and talk about goals or things that they're working through or whatever. But it's enabled me to get to know these.
Hey, Heather. We can't hear you.
Because she's in Washington and she's in Alaska. Can you hear me?
Yeah, all of a sudden you kind of froze. Are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, go on. Oh, what?
I can't hear
Can you hear me now?
anybody.
Okay, just a second. Can you hear me, Mary?
Now I
Yeah,
can.
I can see you now. I couldn't
Now-
see you at all. I can't see you
Yeah,
again.
I think there's freezing going on the line.
Okay, seem to be okay right now, Heather.
Okay. The other thing is loving on team and customers with thank you notes to every new customer, thank you notes and welcome notes to every new team member, and welcome emails to both. So connecting in that way personally, getting to know them, getting to know their birthdays, all of that type of stuff of getting to know these people that are now your intimate family because they're on your team. I don't know if can I share something, Michelle, on the screen? Yeah, I can. So this is something
You
I
want to
do.
screen share without?
Yeah, I'll do it. Can you
Okay,
guys see
go ahead.
that?
Yes.
Can you all see that? Hold on,
Yeah.
I can't see
Yes,
you.
I can see it.
Okay, sorry, I can't hear you because you're muted. So, okay, so I'm sharing Stacy's, but this is something that I do every week, every day, every month. It depends on where they're at. If they're close to the goal, I feel like this little simple process and form builds amazing excitement because it sets them up. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor, but it tells them what their next step is, what date they have to get to it. It tells them what the requirements are for the step. It tells them where they're at, what they need, and then all their dates here. So when they first sign up, I send this right away with the information for HLP and say, hey, you've already got 550. All you need is, I know you didn't want to work the business, but all you need is 2 outside orders and you've got a $100 bonus and you start making 6% commission. You don't have to keep working from there, but would you really want to leave $100 on the table? And then we, go from there. But as they move up and as they start duplicating and getting forward, I really feel like this this is exciting for me to do. I guess I'm a kind of a forms geek. I love to do this, to say, oh my gosh, you're so close. Like, this is where you're at. And it also gives a picture for those kind of picture people to see what they need and how fast they're going. And you can see, like, she signed on April 28th, but she didn't really do anything for the business until June. And June 15th, she had HLP, and June 21st, she had BF. So that shows all the different information, and it helps them kind of put a picture of, because they don't know how to, when they first start, they don't know how to figure out their own goals or where they need to be. And this is training them and also setting them up to do it for their team when they go. So I'll stop sharing that so I can see all your faces. Okay, so I can send that to anyone too, through Michelle. So that's something that creates excitement and meets them where they're at and shows them what they've got. The other thing we do is we create events that work for the team members. So as my team members, can't come to local events, so I'll make sure I scour Facebook and find different, Zoom calls or presentations and things that they can be on. But I would say 90% of our events are either Zoom calls or three-way calls, and we just make it work. Stacy and I did that 1 week with probably 8 to 10 three-way calls or three-way, Facebook messengers or whatever. But the importance there is that you create events that work for your team. And if you've got someone like me who can't always get out to a live event because I've got young kids and a lot of responsibility at home, a Zoom call that I can do for a quick half hour is something that works. Or a quick three-way call while I'm driving one to school or back works. And that's how we've worked our business. And the last thing I'll share for me, and then I'll let the girls talk, is that truly get excited about your business and your team members' business. Passion and excitement truly inspires people and helps promote team synergy and respect. And so I feel like possibly my excitement probably resonates with my team, but I'm really, really excited for them, and I'm excited to work for them every single day. And it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and momentum is a lot of fun. So without further ado, I thought it would be helpful to hear directly from the team, and I'll have Stacy up first to just kind of share her quick story and perspective with you. So Stacy is almost a sales coordinator, self-qualified for the past 2 months, and is in Alaska.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
So, I'm Stacy from Alaska. I have 2 little kids, Asher and River. They're 4 and 2. And I was introduced to Juice Plus in April by Heather. My dad lives in New Hampshire, and him and my stepmom are good friends with Heather. And I have a debilitating autoimmune disorder. I have rheumatoid arthritis. And my husband unexpectedly had to move to California in the beginning of April to work for an undetermined amount of time. I was very stressed out. I didn't know how to put one foot in front of the other. Some mornings I couldn't walk. Some days I couldn't change a diaper. Sorry, I might get teary. Some days I couldn't brush my teeth. Some days I couldn't take off my bra. And I didn't know how I was going to take care of my kids and take care of the dogs and take care of the house by myself with no family and no husband around. So Heather called me, and I think we talked for about an hour probably the first time we were on the phone, and she got me really excited about this product because I've been trying to heal myself naturally for 4 years. When I had to birth my first child, it triggered the autoimmune disorder in my body. So I've been trying to treat myself naturally, but I would have to go to the doctor and get rounds of steroids every few months just so I could get a little bit of a break, because everything that I did took 10 times more effort than it should have, because everything hurt so bad and I was so exhausted. And now that I'm home by myself, it was even harder. So I ended up getting my husband and I the Trio, and the kids on the Child Study and the Complete. And I signed up for the discount. I was not ready for this business. There was no way that I could do this business at that point. I was just learning how to take care of my home by myself without my husband. And I kind of had to take care of myself too. I had to really heal a little bit before I could help anybody else. And then 6 weeks later, all of a sudden, I noticed that I was sleeping, and I used to wake up in the middle of the night crying because the swelling and the pain in my arms was so bad that I couldn't get comfortable, and I'd get so frustrated because I'd be up all night, and I knew I had to take care of the kids all day long. So finally, I think it was 6 weeks to 2 months later, I was like, oh my goodness, I feel better. I can move. I'm starting to sleep. I'm not depressed. I don't have anxiety. I'm calmer. I just all around had a general sense of well-being. So I think I called Heather or talked to Heather about it. I was like, all of a sudden I'm starting to feel better. And she's like, well, put something on Facebook. She's like, but tag me in it. I was like, okay. So I decided just to share my story randomly on Facebook. I was like, well, maybe I can do this. Maybe I do have time for this. Maybe this is something that I need. And meanwhile, Heather didn't forget about me while I wasn't doing it for 6 weeks. She slowly dripped on me the whole entire time. She tagged me on Facebook. She sent me little messages. She kept reminding me that this business is there for me when I'm ready. Not pressuring me, but just being sweet and kind and just kind of always keeping me in the back of her mind. So then one day I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to do a Facebook post. And boom, I got like 40 comments literally on this one post that I posted on Facebook. And I didn't know what to do with it. Since I had tagged Heather, she could see when anybody wrote a comment. So she was like on the phone with me right away. She's like, this is how you respond. Connect me with this person. Connect me with this person. Because I didn't know how to work the business yet. So she would stay up till 2, 3 in the morning sometimes because we're 4 hours apart. I had put my kids to bed so we could do this together. So she would do 3-way calls with me, 3-way Facebook messaging, 3-way texting. And she got me really excited. She created so much excitement in me, and I kind of had found this. I was like, oh, this is so much fun. All I've been doing is changing poop for 4 years. Like, this is something different. And I think I was kind of scared of it. And that's why I was kind of scared of the business at first, because I was like, Heather, I can't do this. I have so much. I'm so busy. Asher was only 3 at the time, and River was 2. I was like, I don't have time. She goes, but it's okay. You can do it. You can do it with your kids screaming in the background. You can talk to me. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I go through the same thing. And we made it happen. I went from dealer to VF in like 7 days. And another tool that Heather taught me was Voxer. I had a hard time using Voxer at first. I didn't like it at all. I'm a big texter. I'm not a big phone person. I have just become like an iPhone crutch, I guess. I'm so used to texting and Facebook that I forgot how to talk. So, but she kept Voxering me and Voxering me and Voxering me. And since I've started using Voxer more, it's become a huge tool for me and my team and for me and Heather to communicate, because I can just do it so quick and easy. I don't have to take time to text. I can just be walking around the house with my laundry in my hand, and I can do a quick Voxer whenever I have a question or cook dinner and Voxer at the same time. And that has really helped me. And just I think caring. I think Heather just really, truly cares about me. Like, I've never met this lady, but she cares about me more and like connects with me more than like my family does. Like, honestly, like I talk to Heather like 15 times a day, and she made me realize that it's okay. Like, I'm not bothering her. Like, you can Voxer me, you can Facebook me, you can call me anytime you want. I'm here to help you. And I needed her to hold my hand through the beginning of this process, or I wouldn't have done it. I would have quit. If she did not help me with the 3-way calls, really helped me a lot, because I could hear how she speaks, and then I learned how to speak to people. If she didn't do that for me, I would have stopped, because I was too intimidated and I was too scared. And I think that really was what really helped me, was listening to her talk to my customers and help me learn in that way. Yeah, I'm almost a sales coordinator, and I never thought that I would do this. Like, honestly, this was the farthest thing from my mind. I'm not a salesperson, but now I don't think of myself as a salesperson. All I'm doing is sharing what this product has done for me, my husband, and my kids, because it's helped us all in numerous ways. And yeah, I mean, just Heather's great. She helps me every day.
Thanks, honey.
Yeah.
That's great. I appreciate it. Thank you. And she's not a big public speaker, so she's doing a great job. All right, Mary, you're up, girly.
Oh, thanks, Heather. Okay. Hi, my name is Mary Gibson, and I'm from Washington. And
Mary.
what did she say?
Hi.
Said hi.
Hi. And Stacy, I'm blessed to say, is my niece. And through her journey as well as my own, also prompted to me to even want to try to do the Juice Plus and get on Juice Plus. My daughter-in-law, Brittany, is also a distributor with Juice Plus, and she forced me to become a distributor because I'm her. But my story is 20 years ago, I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, and it's very embarrassing, and I get so emotional on these stupid calls. It's just embarrassing, and it is debilitating. I mean, I've been on the job and I've actually had accidents while I was working. And 3 years ago, I had a really bad bout when I was visiting my kids in Wyoming.
You're doing great, hon. You're doing great.
Sorry.
I'm saying
And I had to have a blood
hi.
transfusion. And then they had to put me back on steroids, and it just took me a long time to recoup from that. And 7 years ago, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and anemia, and I have low blood pressure. And so all of it combined makes me have no energy, and I just don't want to do anything, and it made me very depressed, and I just didn't want to go anywhere. But since I've been on Juice Plus, it's been amazing. I can function. I'm clear-headed. I'm not having dizzy spells. My intestines are much better now. I'm under much better control. I don't have the inflammation problems. And my blood sugar levels have balanced out. I'm sorry.
No, don't
Really
apologize.
hard.
Don't apologize.
But anyway, Heather's just a really, really authentic person, and she's always been helpful, and she's always there, like right on the spot. Like today, I just messaged her randomly and was like, "Can I talk to you on the phone?" And she's like, "Yeah, just a second." And she's always just there, and she's just a really inspiring woman. And I'm blessed to know all of you that I've had any contact with through this business. And it's just been amazing. And I think with our team, it's just we're all like-minded people. You know, we're all on this journey just to help someone and not sell something. And that's the difference. You know, we're not out there just pushing stuff to people. We're actually trying to make a difference in people's lives. So anyway, that's my story.
Thank you, Mary. Appreciate it. Love you, girl. So I think that hopefully that helped, hearing, you know, my team that are amazing, and definitely have a lot of emotion and a lot of amazing stuff happening. And their success with the product and with the business and the people that they help truly inspires me every day. I love to hear, you know, we just helped a child with autism do amazing things. And it's just those types of things of just from, you know, one little conversation that Talia Wally had with me sparked all of this and all these amazing, you know, stories, and connected us to all of you too. I mean, we're all in one mission together. And so it's been probably the best thing that's ever happened in my life besides my husband and my kids. And I urge you, if you're not on Voxer, to get on it and make it happen. The one thing I forgot to share, because I think one of the things Allison had asked me was about Voxer, and that I also I do have a team Voxer, but the more Voxer that I use, every time there's a new member, we create a new thread. So right now it's Mary to virtual office by such and such a date, and it's me, her sponsor, Stacy, and all of us are on that one thread together. So every distributor has a thread that connects them with the top 2 people above them. and then I'm helping train the middle person at the same time as training the new person. So that's been something that's been really helpful as well. But I think that's it, Michelle. We just rock. No, just kidding.
Well, I am just blown away. I mean, you have an incredible team, and we so appreciate you guys sharing from your heart, the stories that you have. And, Heather, you're a great leader. I look and I watch you, and, you have a lot of skills that I'm learning myself from. You're very organized and detail oriented, but on top of that, I mean, most importantly, you have a servant's heart. You really do want to help people, and you're a team player. I mean, you stepped up and said, "Hey, I'll do the minutes," and have helped me get very organized. Well, not very organized, but as far as our leadership call, you've gotten me organized. And I think we're all learning from you and your team, and just amazing things have happened. I know that you've had on your team 9 2,000 pluses over the summer, when typically that can be a quieter time. And you've got 3 qualifiers, which is amazing. You're a 3 club. Your team is a 3 club. And that's just a testament to you guys all working together and helping each other. And, as soon as and I remember doing that 3-way call with Talia and you pretty much saying, I just want to really get the best price. I'm really not going to do this business, just like your team has said. But you just couldn't help but share it with people because you knew that you were helping them. So, and I think that's the same for your team. And we just thank you all. We're so grateful for everything that you've shared with us tonight. And can't wait to meet Mary and Stacy in person. And just so happy for all of you. So thank you, everyone, for being on the call. And you can unmute your lines and say thank you.